I study social science, and the great thing about studying social sciences or humanity subject is that you can decide what works for you. You don't have very many contact hours, you don't have a lot of lectures in comparison to people that maybe do medicine or another science. And so I decided what worked for me was to do a lot more in terms of extracurricular during the day, and then towards the evening and night to do my work then. And I could do that because I didn't have 9 a.m.s, but if you come here you'll just have to find out what works for you, and that's the great thing about Oxford and about uni. You can decide how you're going to structure your day and plan it around what suits you best.
Okay, so there's not really such a thing as an average day. It very much depends on what I've got on that week. But then I guess a kind of classic week would entail doing 2 essays, which sounds like a lot of work, but then once you're in kind of the rhythm of doing work, it's not too bad. So I usually get up for my lectures, which are at 11, embarrassingly. But then after that I tend to go to a library, set up in a library, and then do a day shift, and then don't usually work on weekends, which has been quite nice. So yeah, it's been not too bad.
So for history, the contact hours and lectures and stuff are kind of weird because you don't have that many, and it depends on the term. Like for example, if you did a science, you might have loads and loads of lectures. But for me, I've only generally had, say, 2 lectures in a week. I'll have normally 1 tutorial in a week, so that's an hour just with you, one other person and a tutor. And then all the rest of the time is me like reading for and writing for essays like on my own. And I tend to have 1 or 2 essays every week.
So in first year, especially near the beginning, you tend to have lectures from 9 till 12 and maybe 1 in the afternoon, which I thought was kind of annoying at the time because I don't really like getting up that early. But it's really good that by lunchtime you come back and you have lunch with your friends, and actually you've finished your contact hours for the day, and then you spend some of the afternoon doing bits of problem sheets, and you can spend some time chilling out with people.
So we have, for PPE, for most of the course, you have tutorials 2 times a week, and then you have lectures throughout the week. So throughout first year, I sort of had 9 till 12 lectures, then a few hours work in the afternoon, or maybe tutorial or something, and then sort of be able to chill after dinner. And second year kind of carried on in a similar way.
So my kind of daily work day would be go to a lecture, maybe 2 on a good day, and then like do a bit of reading. It's very independent doing English, especially here. So there's like a tutorial every now and then, but a lot of time will be like reading, like either at home or in libraries.
Okay, so during the week we have labs on a Monday, so that's 9 to 5, and that'll be a whole day gone. But it's not very intensive. It sounds like 9 to 5 sounds like a job, but during the labs you get breaks, and they're quite fun as well. You do a lot of things. There's a wide degree of engineering in it as well. So, but during the rest of the week you'll have 2 cheat sheets to do, and so they'll take about 10 hours each, and so you need to get through those. There again, the 10 hours sounds a lot, but then when you're doing these problems, they are quite challenging, so you do quite enjoy them at the time. But then yeah, I think just sort of you can do those in one stint, or you can do those during the whole week. So it varies on how my week works.
So it's quite contact hour heavy, like most of the sciences. I have 1 day. So first year I have 1 day of labs a week, and then I have kind of a smattering of lectures, and then usually about 2 tutes a week.